So, let's talk about the one thing that can make your heart race and your inbox feel like a haunted house. Visa processing times for Australia visas in July 2025. Now, if you've ever applied for an Australian visa, you know the emotional roller coaster. First comes the hope, then the uploading of way too many documents, followed by the long silence from immigration. And then, just when you start to move on with your life, boom, your application has progressed. Let's cut through the mystery and get into what's really happening with visa processing times this July. Spoiler alert, it's not as simple as processing time is X days. There's drama, there's politics, and there's demand and supply. It's practically a reality TV show. Let's start with the big question. Why is my visa taking so long? You're not alone. It's like everyone applied for a visa at the same time this year, and that's kind of true. Ever since the 2024 migration reset, there's been a flood of applications. Australia tightened a few rules, introduced more targeted pathways, and next thing you know, everyone is scrambling to apply before the next update drops. So, Home Affairs. Yeah, they're swamped. Okay, but how long is it actually taking in July 2025? Let's break it down by visa type. Because not all visas are created equal. Some fly through, some are stuck in traffic, and some feel like they've been thrown into the Bermuda Triangle. 1. Skilled Independent Visa, Subclass 189. Oh, the 189. The golden ticket, the visa that once gave people PR in under 6 months. Remember those good times? Well, in July 2025, the current average processing time is around 6 months. If your job isn't on the priority skills list or your EOI points are borderline, your file might be snoozing on someone's digital desk. But if you've got a STEM job or critical health skills, your file probably skipped the queue like it's wearing a VIP badge. 2. State-nominated visa, Subclass 190. This one's a bit more exciting this month because states have finally woken up after the post-budget slumber, and they'll actually be nominating people again. However, the processing time is averaging around 16 to 21 months, but again, it heavily depends on which state nominated you. New South Wales is slow, while Tasmania and South Australia are surprisingly efficient right now. If you're applying through a regional state with fewer applicants, you've got a real shot at faster processing. It's like finding the express lane at the supermarket when everyone else is in aisle 3. 3. Regional Visa, Subclass 491. The unsung hero of the skilled visa world. People used to see the 491 as a consolation prize, but not anymore. Right now, processing time is around 18 to 24 months, depending on the region and your occupation. But because Australia really wants people to move to regional areas, they're giving the 491 some love. So, if you're willing to live outside the major cities, your application might be treated like royalty. 4. Partner visas. The romantic visa, where love meets bureaucracy. Let's talk numbers. Onshore 820 and 801 takes 8 to 27 months, while offshore 309 and 100 takes 10 to 25 months. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it drags like a bad breakup. Processing really depends on how decision-ready your application is. That's code for, did you upload everything they could possibly ask for, including stuff you didn't think they'd need? And remember, immigration officers are not trained in romance. They're looking for evidence. No, not just photos. They want joint leases, shared bills, declarations from people who've seen you eat cereal together for 3 years. 5. Student visas, Subclass 500. This one is chaotic neutral in July 2025. There was a crackdown earlier this year on non-genuine applications, so now it's more of a gamble. Processing time ranges from 1 to 9 months. Some students get it super fast, especially those from low-risk countries with solid documentation. Others, they get flagged, ask for more info, and sit in limbo while their semester is already halfway done. And don't even get me started on the genuine student test. That thing is not messing around anymore. It's like a loyalty test to Australia. 6. Temporary Graduate Visa 485. This is one of the easiest, as the current average time is 1 to 3 months. There have been recent changes to post-study work rights. Everyone rushed to apply before the new restrictions kicked in, which might increase the processing time in future. But here's a tip. If you're applying from a STEM or healthcare background, you're still likely to get through faster. 7. Visitor Visas 600. Tourists, rejoice, because this one's actually moving. Especially if you're from a low-risk country, you might get your visa in as little as 7 days. But if your passport is flagged as high risk or you've overstayed before, you'll be waiting up to 60 days or more. Oh, and if you applied in peak holiday season without double-checking your docs, good luck. You're basically the person who shows up to the airport without a passport. So, why are things so unpredictable right now? Let's get real. Australia's immigration system in 2025 is playing catch-up. The pandemic hangover, skill shortages, political pressure, changing migration priorities, it's all tangled. Add to that a fresh financial year in July, where allocations reset, states revise their quotas, and Department of Home Affairs reassesses policy. It's like someone hit the refresh button, but the system still needs to boot up properly. Oh, and there's AI now being trialed in sorting applications. But don't get too excited. It's not the cool sci-fi kind of AI. It's more like a robot that makes human mistakes, just a bit faster. What can you do to speed things up? Okay, maybe not speed up per se, but you can at least avoid slowing yourself down. Make sure every document you upload is crystal clear, no shadows, no blurry scans, and definitely no upside-down PDFs. Think of your document checklist as your lifeline. Stick to it like it's the last thing standing between you and your visa. Don't sit around waiting to be asked for something. If there's even a chance they'll want a document, upload it. Better to over-prepare than be caught off guard. If your visa stream allows, get your police checks and health exams sorted early. It saves a lot of stress down the line. And above all, be honest. One false move and your application will be out of the game faster than a cricket ball. But is it worth waiting? That depends on your goals. If you're dreaming of a better quality of life, long-term PR, or free healthcare, yes, really, then yeah, it's still worth it. Sure, the wait sucks. The uncertainty sucks harder, but once you're in, life in Australia can be pretty sweet. Yes, rent is expensive. Yes, avocados are somehow still trendy, but the opportunities? The lifestyle, the clean beaches and kangaroos casually chilling near highways? Totally real. If you're feeling stuck or frustrated about your visa application in July 2025, you're not alone. Thousands of people are in the same boat, some paddling, some floating, some clinging to a broken oar made of hope. But hang in there. Check your IMI account regularly, without obsessing every 7 minutes. Stay updated with announcements, and don't fall for migration myths in Facebook groups. If things feel too complicated or if your case is tricky, talk to a registered migration agent. It might just save you months of confusion and sleepless nights. All right, that's it from me. If you're still waiting, sending good vibes your way. Catch you in the next one. And remember, don't always trust the estimated processing times.